Hey boys, and welcome back to another Bleach Play. So today we're doing a tier list for the manga characters. I got asked to do it in the comments below, so shout out to the two that did ask, because I saw two people ask, and they got a lot of likes, so sure, we'll do it. Why not? I just released my long-awaited 1 year later meme about the manga characters, the Smash Bros kind of meme. It was relevant last year, not anymore. It's been a year since that meme was a thing, so, but I improved it, it looks better now, and I had fun editing it, so let's start. So right now we have, mind you, this is made by Color Struct. Normally I make my own tier list, but fortunately for me, it was already made. And I know Spite did make a video on this, so I'm trying to copy his idea. Let's just get that out of the way. You can check out his tiers, you can check out mine. It's whatever. I couldn't take place in his one because I didn't know he did a Twitter poll. I couldn't take place in that. I didn't know he did that. So sure, we're gonna do our one. So if you want to skip to the end just to see the final tier list, you're more than welcome to do that. But if you want to see my reason, I guess, then enjoy and stay for the ride. So hopefully it's shorter than last time. I already recorded this and it was 30 minutes long, so I'm gonna try and shorten it down. So first we're gonna change this to trash because we know who's going into that last tier. Alright, boom. Aizen is gonna go into the still good tier, mainly because he has Frenzy and he has a usable kit. That's pretty much it. Sure, his kit could have been better for the type of character he should have been. As for an Aizen character, right? The last two Aizens we gotten, or last even three, Parasol's great. Obviously, he's a normal type character, so he isn't as good as the other two, in my opinion. But Flyzen and Floor 20 Aizen are great characters, man. Like, great for their attributes as well. Like, still one of the best characters in, their attributes, right? Floor 20 Aizen and, what's his name? Green Flyzen, right? So, it's unfortunate that he's still in this tier right now. So, he should be here, honestly, for what Caleb have done. But unfortunately, they just cucked him and put him in. Made him somewhat mediocre. So we're going to put him in here. Sure, his first strong attack is like a beam forward. It's cool. It's whatever. Some people might not like that. Second strong attack is a vortex. It's alright. It's usable. For Guild Quest, if you haven't level 1, it can be a combo bot. And then his third is a charge up attack with an extra stage that takes like 20 seconds to get a full screen. It would have been better they just gave him a full screen, but they made him unique. And at the cost of that, they kind of made him mediocre, and that's pretty much it. So that's why he's here. If he didn't have Frenzy, he'd be here. Speaking of not having Frenzy, Byakuya is going to go into the good tier because he just lacks Frenzy. If you don't know what Frenzy is, it's a skill that most SP characters get nowadays, if not every SP character. It basically doubles their strong attack hits, and if you don't have it, you're losing out on so much damage. And it's unfortunate as well, because literally like a couple months after he came out, we got Rukia, the Chris one, which is almost the exact same character, same soul trait, almost same strong attacks, and she has Frenzy, and he doesn't. So that's kind of annoying. But he does have a PvE killer, which is a Ronka. So he can be usable, I guess. So we're going to put him there. Can't say the same for Yachiru. Spoiler alert, you know where she's going. But let's move on to the next character. Toshiro is going to the must-have. First strong attack is a lunge, always great to have for melee characters, strong attack characters in general. Second strong attack is a beam, very fast by the way. They all cut the start speed, I guess, the time for it to activate, the activation speed, that's better. That's the better word for it. Activation speed is really fast for this Toshiro, so you're getting off these strong attacks hella quick, and even for 2 years later, he's still like a top 3 power character. You can even argue for the best, or top 2. But yeah, I'm going to put him there. His third also is a full screen, obviously, and his special makes him do more damage, I believe, because it either lowers their defense or lowers their attack. I'm not entirely sure, but again, he's a great character. And even for Guild Quest, he's still a top tier character. It's been a while, though, since we last used him for Guild Quest. Thousand Year Blood War Round 3 Ichigo is going into the God tier because, in my opinion, he's still a good character. He's a PvE flurry character. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a PvE killer. Killer probably weren't ready to do that at the time, but now we have Soifon, who does have it, and Yami as well. But we're going to put him in the God tier. He's the only ranged flurry character in the game, so that's kind of cool, I guess. But I like his strong attacks. His third's a full screen. His second is a vortex, always nice to have for flurry characters and just normal attack characters in general. And it's also good for Senkamon, right? If you're trying to dodge the enemy's special, boom, just get him in a corner, use the second strong attack, put him in a vortex, and just flash step away. And this first also has very good range. It goes really far, so you can just, if it does hit the enemy, you can just send him across the map and you'll dodge their special, I guess. So I'm gonna put him here. I think he's a good character. I wouldn't, mainly just because he has fire, right, and he has a good kit. He doesn't deserve to be in still good, so I'm gonna put him in the God tier. Banken. Now this one triggers me, honestly. Banken was like one of my favorite. The round 2 was one of my favorite manga parts, right? I liked Yachiru as a character. I was surprised that she was even a manga character, right? So I was happy to pull her. Unfortunately, she kind of got shafted, but one of my favorite fights in the Thousand Year Blood War arc was Kenpachi vs Gromi and Kenpachi vs Yachiru, right? Or Retsu. And it's so unfortunate they had to shaft him. And one thing, they just didn't give him sprint time. That's it. He only has one flash step instead of two, so it's just a pain to use him. And that's pretty much it. He has such a good kit, such good stats. He has strong attack damage. Would have been better if he had recharge, but no worries. Because when you use his special, it transforms him, increases his max, so he's doing more damage, and his strong attacks reset. So you can just use two that you can use your third, your second, your first, and then your special, and then you can use your third, second, and first again. And it's literally just that he doesn't have two flash steps. If he did have two flash steps, honestly, I'd put him in here. Honestly, in my opinion, I think he's a great character. It's just that he lacks two flash steps. There's not a lot of good Aaroniero main characters, so especially because if he did have two flash steps, I would have put him here. He would have probably been my most played character, but that one flash step, man, it hurts him so much, and I'm gonna put him here for that. Keyskate, another great character, but we're gonna put him in the still good tier. I mean, preface, I don't have him. I don't have Rukia, I don't have Soifon, I don't have Aizen. So just know that, right? I haven't actually properly played with these characters. But his first is one of those weird strong attacks that Caleb do. It's a free projectile, I guess, attack, and it has high mags, but because it has high mags, most of the time it's missing the enemy. To be honest, you gotta be really close to do damage, and it's kind of a hassle to play with. His second strong attack I don't really like. It's doesn't have that much AoE. It's like around him. I think it's almost the exact same as Speed Shinji, the 20 DR one. But I don't like that kit. I don't really like his kit in my opinion. So we're gonna put him here. That kind of stops him. He's a recharge green holo killer, right? And for some reason, Caleb always do something to green holos. Ever since Fullbring Ichigo came out, he was like, it's probably still like one of the best green holo characters in the game. Every time we get another green holo, Caleb just does something to make him not as good as Fullbring Ichigo, I guess. But he also does have the revive mechanic, so that's always cool. But it's alright. It's helpful, I guess, but it doesn't stop him from being like a somewhat mid-tier character. Sergeant is also going into the still good tier. He's a normal attack flurry character, but he isn't as good as Ichigo in my opinion. He has his normal attacks are kind of meh. He has to use his specials to get more range, which is cool. It's unique. I like it, but it's been a while since I've used him. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really use him for manual play anymore. You can if you want him. There's nothing wrong with it. And he is my top 5 most played characters. That's because I just auto him. He's so good for autoing. In PvP, he was kind of alright when he first came out, but he's long since dead because of Retsu, right? And all the new captain killers. He can't survive a day in PvP. But yeah, that's it for Sergeant. We're just gonna leave him in still good. Shunsui, we're gonna put in the god tier. I could put him in must have. I don't know. His first is a lunge. It kind of has maybe some hitbox problems. I'm not entirely sure, but there have been times where I do use the first strong attack and it somewhat goes past the enemy. So we're gonna put him in god tier for that. Not just for that, but you know, it's one thing. His second strike is one of the best strong attacks in the game. Him and Jushiro have it. What it is it's a wave attack. I guess it pushes back anyone it hits. But if you can't get pushed back, or you're right in the center of Shunsui, you're taking so much damage. It's 160 max, so it's great. It's great for epic raids where they can't get pushed back, and it's great for co-op where they can't get pushed back, right? The bosses. So a great strong attack. He's a great character, man. There's nothing wrong with him, and he also has a chance to instant kill. So there's literally nothing wrong with him. I think there's a better option, I guess you can say, and that's why he's in god tier. Renji, we're gonna put also in. Oh, not there. We're gonna put him in god tier. He lacks any status debuffs, unfortunately. But I love his kit, man. He has a charge. I don't mind. I don't mind charge attacks, but I think he's a great character, man. Honestly, I think people underrate him, I guess, in manga character. But I think he's a great character. His first is a lunge. Love it. Second strong attack is kind of like an AoE effect. It's not another lunge, but it's alright, it's got good range. And his third is it's almost full screen when you do fully charge up, but it's fine. And he's also another character that has instant kill, so I think he's a great character, man. And there's not a lot of good red Aaroniero killers. If someone can correct me, I don't know who's a better Aaroniero killer than him. I'm not sure. I don't have a list right now, so I don't know. I'm just going off my head. But I think he's like one of the best Aaroniero red killers in the game. So top 10 power character for sure, 100%. Rukia is going to go in still good. Mainly because she's alright. Her first is a lunge. I think it has some hitbox problems, I believe. Again, I don't have her, so I can't 100% tell you if that is the case. But I do know her second strong attack. She stands still when she uses it, and it sucks the enemies in, and then like dispels them, right? Expands them away. But when you do that, you're standing still. You're stuck in that animation. That can be a problem. It can slow your runs down a bit. And sometimes if you can flash step out of it, right? But if you do that, it stops the animation and it stops the whole strong attack, right, from doing damage. So it's alright. And then a third full screen, nothing wrong with that. A special doesn't transform her, makes sense, you know, manga wise. And she does have a little vortex around her, but the vortex is kind of small. Same with Yoruichi. It's small now compared to Yama, right? And I don't know if it lasts longer than Yama's, but I think it may be the same time. But it's not that useful in my opinion. Yama's is cool because it has a lot more range, but it's whatever. It's been a while since I've ever had to actually use her. I think Tag Team Momo's actually... Not Tag Team. Cacao Society Momo's a better character than Rukia. So I'm going to put her in the still good tier because she's still a good character. Soifon is going to the must-have. A PvE killer. Flurry. What else? Her second strong attack is a Vortex. Her second strong attack is also a boost. And her second strong attack also increases her max because she transforms. Great fast normal attack string. 4 flash steps. Like, my god. Is she a great character? She can also solo the Awakened Epic Raids, and that's crazy, man. She's such a good character, and I wish I did have her. Unfortunately, I don't, but maybe one day we'll hunt for her in the individual. Apparently, K-Lab doesn't want to give me the purple Flurry character straight away. They probably want me to go 15 kills for her, like I did with Retsu. Speaking of Retsu, we're also going to put her in the must-have, because she's still a great character, despite me memeing it, and everyone saying rip Retsu, and that's just in PvP. She's still a good character to use in PvP. It's just that she has a lot of counters, and it can be annoying to use her. But the PvE, DR, good normal attack string, full screen strong attack, a lunge on her first, heal on her second, heal on her special, and she also has an instant kill on her special. So, as you guys most know, when you use a normal attack character, flurry character in general, because you're using chappies, their specials are normally almost useless. Not for her though, she has the heal, and she also has the instant kill. So, it's a great character, man. There's nothing wrong with her, and I do suggest that it is worth pulling for her. I don't know. And there's better characters if you're debating to go for Yachiru or Retsu or Soifon. I think you should go for Soifon. I think she's the better character. But yeah, moving on to the next character, Yachiru. The other one is going into trash tier. No frenzy like Byakuya, but what makes her worse than Byakuya is that she doesn't have a PvE killer. She has an Espada killer, and that's just trash. It's not useful. Her kit's great. Great stats, she's a 14 recharge, she's literally just a link. But if she had Frenzy, and if she had a PvE killer, she'd probably be in here, or here. I'm not entirely sure, but she would have been a great character. Same for Byakuya, so he could have been in here, or here. I think here. I think Byakuya would have been here if he had Frenzy, but yeah. She's just trash. That's all there is to say about it. Yamamoto, going into the must-have in my opinion, I think he's a great character. I'm not a fan of characters that have a beam as their first strong attack. I don't like Tensa Dengetsu, and I don't like the Christmas Luigi's first strong attack, but they gave him Aizen's one, and if you used Aizen in Guild Quest, man, sometimes you can just one-shot a whole room, and it's great. I can't wait for this Game Side to be a bonus character. His strong attacks are hella fast. His second strong attack is also a beam, by the way, similar to Ikone's. So it's great. He's great strong attacks. His third is also a full screen, very fast, by the way. It's not the slow full screen strong attack that Flyzen and Partial Luigi have. So great speed character for Guild Quest whenever we can actually use him. And his special also leaves a vortex around him, but it's a lot bigger, and I believe it lasts longer though. But don't quote me on if it lasts longer, but I know it is bigger. Yeah, he's great, man. Honestly, I'm so glad I pulled him. Fun character to use, and he's also immune to freeze and fire. So makes sense, you know, it's Yamamoto. So I'm going to put him in the must-have. Yuha Baha, or Yuha Bak, I guess is the best way to say it, is going into the good tier. Honestly, PvE-wise, he'd be here. But for PvP, because he's actually pretty good in PvP, top 10 probably, I'd put him in goods. And that's why he's this low. He's a PvP character. That's annoying. Not everyone plays PvP. I'm in head captain. Flex. But, come on. But, yeah, he's good in PvP. Not that he's annoying to go against in PvP. I'm not gonna lie. But in PvE, he has hitbox problems. He's annoying to play with, and it's unfortunate that Killer did that for him. He should have been a PvE character. He should have been in here, man. Him and Aizen. It should have been like that. That's what the tier list should have been. These characters up here is what Killer should have done. But unfortunately, they didn't do that. So we're gonna quickly fix this. There we go. And you go there. So yeah, Yuha's just trash in PvP. Sorry, PvE, and just good in PvP. So that's pretty much it. He's alright. If you don't know, we might get a second version. There's nothing to go off. It's just my opinion. We should get a second version. K-Lab should definitely do that, especially if they're making a second Game Messiah. It'd be stupid not to. We should get a second version of Yuha in his almighty form, and it stays in that form, and it should be a beast PvE character. Yoruichi, one of the biggest Yoruichi fans. Like many people are, obviously. Yoruichi's the bae, but we're gonna put her in God tier because she has hitbox problems, right? And that's what's stopping her from being in the must-have. First, has hitbox problems. You know, most of the time it doesn't kill the people you're trying to kill. If you're using it in Guild Quest, it's actually annoying. You have to reset a lot of times because most of the time you're just missing enemies. Her second strong attack is great. I love it. Third is a full screen, great. Her ultimate or special bomb transforms her, leaves a little vortex around her, cool. Gives her strong attacks back. And even then, they also have hitbox problems. So there have been a lot of times where I got to reset, like I said, because I'm just missing the enemies, and it's annoying to do. But she's still a great character, still must have. But there's just small hitbox problems that are stopping her from being in the must have tier. And last but not least, we have the boy Ichigo going into the must have because Soul Reaper Killer, heart character, recharge, boost on his second. His boost also increases max because he transforms, and he also has a full screen strong attack and a lunge on his first. So he's great, and he also has weakening on everything, I believe. So he's great, man. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with him. Probably this time last year, I probably would have said he's the best PvE character in the game. Now things have changed. Probably better characters out. I think Mugetsu is probably better than him. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think that's the tier list. If you have any different opinions, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you guys' tier lists are. Just let me, just write in the comments. You can make your own, courtesy of Color Struct as usual. But yeah, that's it. We might have a PvP tier list tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. That's how I found out about this tier list, because I was making a PvP one. Fortunately, again, someone made that and someone made this. So shout out to Color Struct for doing this. But yeah, if you did enjoy the video, smash the like button, subscribe, share, comment below what your opinions are on this, on my tier list, and your opinions on the best manga characters in the game. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.